Good afternoon. Thank you so much for choosing the national broadcaster, coming to you live from Broadcast House, Nile Avenue. My name is Sandra Kahundi. Thank you so much for making time. Now, I'm here to bring you updates or stories that are shaping the nation today, the 9th of April 2026. Now, starting us off, I will look at activities regarding the head of state, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, saying that the National Resistance Movement caucus will make the final decision on whether Anita Annette Among will contest for the position of Speaker of Parliament and Thomas Tayewa for Deputy Speaker. The President's clarification follows a declaration by Aringa South Member of Parliament, Alioni Yoke Odria, who expressed interest in contesting for the speakership during a meeting held in Chankwanzi on Wednesday. Now, Museveni emphasized that the decision taken by the NRM Central Executive Committee regarding Among and Tayewa will be formally explained and discussed within the party caucus before a final position is adopted.
I also want to tell Ugandans and my colleagues here,
thank you. 2
I
minutes.
am one of the 4 candidates contesting for speakership, flag bearership under the NRM. And we are calling for rule of law, equity in the activities of SEC. I beg to submit.
Thank you, my brother.
And at the right time,
Next.
I request for an appointment as usual.
2 minutes.
Odia also is standing for speaker. That one we shall discuss at the right time, because SEC had recommended that we maintain the two. Because it had become like a tradition. But this was now, stop it, Nani. This was our recommendation. It is not us who decide. We recommend and then we can reason why. So, when the time comes, we shall be able to discuss it and explain why. But we are not the ones who elect. We recommend. And we support our recommendation with the reasons.
Now, in other updates, the NRM Patriotic Candidates 2025, Buganda have commended the party leadership for the ongoing retreat of newly elected NRM members of Parliament at Chankwanzi, describing it as timely and vital for the country's economic and social development. However, they have appealed to the party's Central Executive Committee to organize a similar retreat for them to enable a meeting with the President, as earlier promised after they stepped aside for flag bearers.
NRM won 67 out of 110 parliamentary seats in Buganda in the 2026 general elections compared to 31 seats in 2021. However, the NRM patriotic candidates who stepped aside after losing party primaries say they contributed significantly to this achievement by avoiding vote splitting.
Because if it wasn't for us, who knows if they wouldn't be there.
And all the leaders who promised us some good things.
They are now calling on the Central Executive Committee to organize a similar retreat before the swearing-in ceremony next month.
There are some promises he made to us, including deployments, these are job opportunities, and also he requested us to be together. And we are going to form a circle. We have a circle which is based on the NRM Patriotic Candidates for Uganda 2025. And he was willing.
The deputy chairperson, Alex Gumisiriza, also weighed in.
Really, the time came when we reached the State House and there are promises that were given to us. But now, a promise is a debt. You know, when someone promises you something, then you must remind that person that you promised me this. And then I was like, no, let us meet and discuss about this matter.
The NRM Patriotic Candidates 2025 Buganda, who stepped aside after losing party primaries, are estimated at over 120.
Ubc Lunchtime News. The Acting Executive Director of Joint Medical Stores, GMS, Ms. Daisy Tusime Mutambi, has launched the Joint Medical Stores Community Health Program at Teresa Homes in Zambia in a move aimed at strengthening access to essential healthcare services among vulnerable communities. The program unveiled during a function held at the Zambia-based facility seeks to extend medical support, health education, and outreach services to underserved populations. She noted that while access to medicines remains critical, empowering communities through preventive care and health awareness is equally vital. Staff at Teresa Homes, led by Administrator Nasanga Fiona, welcomed the initiative, expressing optimism that it will enhance the health and well-being of residents through regular medical checkups and improved access to essential medicines.
JMS management and staff, we are passing this over to you. It is part of our key sustainability initiative under our environment, social and governance framework, and specifically our social pillar that looks at the social impact that joint medical store creates. So it's not only about the operations of JMS, but it's also about the impact we create in the society around us. So the ESG calls us to go beyond our operations to serve the hospitals, the patients, but we need to go beyond and create impact in the society that we live in. So that is why we are proud to associate with Teresa Homes. As JMS, we think that is the way to go. We shouldn't, all companies actually, they shouldn't overemphasize operations, profit. JMS is not for profit, but we shouldn't overemphasize of, delivering medicine without looking at the social impact that it creates in the society. So we have come up with a community health program where we want to do this more, and we have committed 500 million over our strategic time of 5 years, but specifically 125 million is dedicated to supporting 5 homes where Teresa Homes fall.
We really appreciate. This has been a big opportunity to us. Not only to us, but to our babies. Because what we are doing is we are looking after the babies of the nation. These babies do not belong to us. But it is people like you that come through and help us give them a better life. So we call upon all the individuals out there and other organizations that can partner with us to please come through and give a better life to our children.
A great update right there. Now, in other updates for the day, we're seeing over 500 participants were expected to attend the Hotelier Africa Tourism and Investment Expo at Kololo, positioning Uganda as a key destination for tourism and investment growth. The Hotelier Africa Tourism and Investment CEO Francis Mugoga says the expo will significantly impact Uganda's business and tourism sectors. As we take a watch.
So again, of this expo is to really promote, Africa as a continent, but also Uganda as a destination, by promoting what we have as a country to one another, to the African countries, but also to the outside partners and the business people, including tour operators, travel agencies, and other investors. The Africa Franchise Expo is bringing the international brands to do business with African businesses that are doing processing, manufacturing, and in hospitality, education, and also health. So we are excited about this mega expo, and we look forward to, bringing people on board, tour operators, travel agencies, hoteliers to come and exhibit, but also match-make them with the investors from different countries. So, and Uganda as the general public be also invited to come and attend. We shall be having transport shuttles picking people from City Square to the venue to come and do business, but also visit the different brands at the expo. The uniqueness with the Utalii Africa Tourism and Investment Expo is that we are pushing and having two expos in one. We have the Africa Franchise Expo and Utalii Africa and Investment Expo taking place at one place, bringing investors from different parts of the world, but also bringing the African countries together in the tourism sector to showcase what they have at one place. The expo is going to be taking place every year, and it's going to be on the international calendar, where we expect to see growth in terms of numbers of exhibitors, but also visitors who are coming into the country.
This is a very great opportunity to entrepreneurs and traders in this country. That's why NETA Uganda, we thought that it would be so important to embrace Utalii Africa Tourism and Investment Expo, because it avails so many opportunities to the trading and business community. We have to fully embrace and encourage Ugandans to embrace tourism. First of all, it's going to give you an opportunity to engage with different investors who want to invest in Uganda. And Uganda is a very marketable country because Ugandans were so aggressive, Ugandans were so innovative, Ugandans were very hardworking. So this is a very great opportunity which gives serious investors to connect with Ugandan investors. That's why in NETA Uganda, we are fully embracing Utalii and encouraging Ugandans to embrace expos because they avail us with various opportunities.
Looking forward to having a great expo. Now, another sad one is coming through, where the National Unity Platform, NUP, is mourning the death of Edith Katende Mufumbiro, wife of the party's deputy spokesperson, Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro. She passed away at around 3 a.m. at Platinum Hospital, where she had been receiving treatment for cancer. At the time of her passing, Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro was on remand at Luzira Prison. Following the news, NUP Secretary General David Louis Rubongoya, together with Mufumbiro's brother Kenneth Kato, visited Luzira Prison to inform him of the loss. According to Kenneth Kato, discussions are ongoing between party leaders and family members regarding burial arrangements, with unofficial communication expected soon. The National Unity Platform has expressed condolences to the bereaved family, describing Edith as a strong and supportive partner.
Edith Katende Mufumbiro, the wife to my big brother, Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro. She passed on in the wee hours of the morning at about 3 a.m. today. It's absurd that the very reason they say Alex has to be in prison is for an activity that he wasn't even present. He was with the wife trying to make sure she gets medication of the disease that has taken her life. Unfortunately, they have gotten stuck to that injustice. I believe this is the moment where I call this injustice. And it's very painful, very, very painful to us that is not going to even be able to make certain decisions at the moment in regards to the burying of his dear wife. But he has entrusted us we have gotten an opinion, he has entrusted us to make decisions that will seem deem fit to give her a good
So, of course, it's very, 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 very unfortunate and sad what happened today, following the death of our sister Edith Mufumbiro, Katende. We came here this morning to check on our brother Alex Wise from Mufumbiro. Of course, now with social media, by the time we got there, he had actually gotten to know, and the OC and other officers in the prison had called him to try and console him, to try and counsel him, following the unfortunate demise of the wife. I can say that he is very, very devastated by the passing of his wife. He's devastated, but he knows that he did not commit any crime. He's in this situation not because he has committed any crime. One thing he regrets so much, and what he has been talking about, was he wished to be by the bedside of his wife. That's his biggest regret. It's unfortunate that he will never have that chance. He said one of the things he wanted to do was to wed his wife, which he did, but following the sickness and all these challenges that she has gone through, all he wanted was to be by her bedside as she breathed her last. And so Waiswa is very, very sad that that has not happened. We've of course tried to...
May her soul rest in eternal peace. Now we'll take a short break. After these messages, we'll return with more news that is shaping the nation. Keep watching.
When you don't use Momo, you are forced to quarrel.
Mama, balance? Eh? Ah. Mama, nkwenye kumitano.
Ompa ile kumibiri.
Abantu abakuluma atandisa obuyayi mwene.
Obuyayi obulira.
Iwe.
Ngobi yanko ba
sente dange nizade kolera ngobi nakolera sente dange.
Save yourself from quarreling. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3# to pay and enjoy zero charges below 5K. That's the power of Momo.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution, or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone, or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206-400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
When you don't use Momo, you get insulted by strangers. Save yourself from insults. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3# to pay and enjoy zero charges below 5K. That's the power of Momo.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us and following this particular update this afternoon. My name is Sandra, and we're coming to you live from Broadcast House, Nile Avenue. Now, straight into our business updates. We're having Katabi Town Council authorities issuing a 14-day ultimatum to residents operating in unauthorized kiosks and temporary structures along Entebbe Road to relocate to gazetted areas ahead of planned demolition in enforcement of the trade order directive issued by the Permanent Secretary to the Ministry of Local Government. Now, during a sensitization engagement held at Impala LC1 offices aimed at informing residents about the nationwide trade order enforcement exercise intended to promote smart cities and municipalities, Katabi Town Council Mayor Ronald Kalema urged residents to comply within the given time frame to avoid inconveniences.
We have met our residents today in Katabi Town Council to talk on the directive that was given by the Permanent Secretary of Local Government, and we had started it 2 years back as Katabi during the NAM preparations. So we are just reminding them that whoever we told that you are in a wrong place, shift your kiosk. Those that don't know that they are in wrong places, we are going to mark with X and give them more 7 days to prepare and transfer. They have a very decent leader. Those areas where you see demolition, their leaders are asleep. Here where we have leaders that speak to people, the purpose as to why we have local leaders is to link them with the government. Otherwise, you cannot just come and demolish people. We are the ones saying that people should work. We have given them PDM. After they have started working, you want to demolish. No, talk to them. At least by the time you demolish, they will all bear witness that you told them. We shall expect proper arrangement, proper guidance from our technicals to them. Then after the 14 days, if they have not cooperated, then they will have no option apart from demolishing them.
Our team is already in the field. They are trying to mark areas where those people are supposed to live. Those ones who will live, they will inform them that where you are working from it's not a good place, and they will be asked to move the place or to get advice from the town council if it need be. So those ones who are working illegally, please, for you, we've already informed you to move to vacate, and you look for another places where to work from. Those ones who need to be guided, we are ready to give you guidance as Katabi Town Council.
Badde tulowooza nti gavumenti yandibadde yawaayo abantu ekiseera kubanga abantu abamu bakategeera. Singa yabawaayo at least ng'omwaka abantu ne batandika okweteekateeka, naye ekintu kizze kya speed. Kakati baluwa gye twafunye nga yakubawo ennaku 7 y'ensonga lwaki mpisa abantu bano basooke babasomese mu ngeri ki gye banaavaawo. Era tuli beeraliikirivu mu bumenyi bw'amateeka nti buyinza okweyongera mu kitundu kyaffe. So twagala okusaba abakwatibwako ku nsonga eyo batuyambeko naddala ku by'okwerinda mu kitundu.
Ne bw'oba olina buchips gundi.
More business updates. The Minister for Science, Innovation and Technology, Dr. Monica Musenero Masanza, has announced that on Wednesday, 8th April 2026, Uganda jointly deployed a climate monitoring camera on the International Space Station via the Airbus Bartolomeo platform. According to Dr. Musenero, the camera jointly deployed by Kenya, Uganda and Egypt will facilitate timely access to climate-related data.
Uganda will join partner states and other partners that we have worked with to launch a space-based climate monitoring camera. The space climate camera known as ClimeCam. What is this ClimeCam? ClimeCam is a project which we have worked on jointly with 2 sister African nations, Kenya and Egypt. We've been working on this for the past 3 years, and it is an Earth observation mission which was selected by the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs, UNOSA, and Airbus. The program is known as Access to Space for All program.
So we applied and we were selected. This project will deploy a climate monitoring camera on the International Space Station, ISIS, via the Airbus Bartolomeo platform and the Argus payload carrier. So today, the payload carrier or the rocket will take off from Earth to go to the International Space Station carrying our camera. Once it reaches its destination at the International Space Station, we expect that it will be launched in August. This commissioning, it will be deployed to start working, and immediately it will start being operational and will monitor climate conditions, passing over East Africa at least 4 times a day and collecting data that we shall have direct access to and refine our climate monitoring, especially in this time of.
Well, that's all we had time for this particular newscast. Thank you so much for choosing the National Broadcaster and allowing to stay informed. Now stay safe as you enjoy the rest of the day. My name is Sandra Kahonde from the entire team behind the scene. Wish you a beautiful day.